This week, we talk about the best and worst fitness products for 2022. We're going to watch some TikTok dummies and see the Liver King do some gross shiz. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get into this Liver King guy. You're kind of obsessed.
I am a little bit.
You got a man crush on the Liver King, which he would appreciate, being a king and all.
He is very much, I know this is a sore subject with some people, but a lot of people really just don't give a shit. And I don't know why some people care, but I don't.
Right.
But there's no way he's natural.
Oh, yeah. Right. On the roids.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just don't care.
Well, right.
But some people see it as
He's
such
not-
a huge fucking
Well,
character flaw.
Does he claim to be?
No, but he doesn't deny it. And it's fun to watch it in the comments because people are like, "Oh my God, that's a steroid-filled Tim Allen," and
Right.
and all the comments are priceless. But they're like, roids, juice. That guy's on gear.
Yeah.
And it's just nonstop, and he never rebuts one of them.
Well, if you are on it, why would you, right?
Exactly.
If you don't care, if you're not,
Right.
In some competition where that's the rules, who gives a shit?
But some people like Mark Bell. He's another great follow on Instagram, by the way.
Yeah.
He just talks about it.
Oh, just like
He's loaded. Yeah, he's on gear.
Not
He's
unashamed.
He's on so much gear he glows in the dark.
unashamed.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I guess I think it's good if people. I prefer that. I'd rather have them just talk about it because then if you have a big following and you have people getting into fitness, teenagers and stuff, you'd rather have them have the true info of what's going to happen and what the risks and upsides and downsides are.
And you want to make sure that they're doing it safely. So your doctor-patient privilege, kind of like client-attorney privilege, when you go see your doctor, tell them you're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
And ask him or her, am I doing it right? And they're going to be like, you shouldn't do that. And you're going to be like, that's not what I asked you. I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
And then most of the time doctors will be like, because I inquired, I said, Dr. B, what do you think about, exogenous steroids and taking a lot of them? And he said, don't do it. But he said, if you do, make sure you use a needle.
Yeah, by law, they're never going to say,
Exactly.
go for it.
But they have a Hippocratic oath too.
Yeah.
To make sure that you are safe.
Not yet, having do no harm.
Do no harm. Yeah. So
Speaking of
rule
steroid
one,
talk, that more plates, more dates on YouTube. You got to follow that guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that guy's like a steroid scientist, nerd guy.
Speaking of that, another bodybuilder died.
Oh shit.
41.
Wow.
Yeah, they're just dropping like flies.
That's
Speaking
crazy.
of gear.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is it seems like in wrestling, and bodybuilding, which, what's the common link there?
Steroids.
Tons of.
Well, not just that, but just the
And just massive,
the pre-workouts and the
and
caffeine
just
and
the weight, like the actual physical,
Yep.
strain on your body, having to carry around all that muscle, even if it's like we've said many times, your heart doesn't care if it's muscle or fat, if it's carrying around 350.
You don't be a you don't be a bodybuilder for longevity.
Right.
If you want longevity, you'd be better off as a marathon runner.
You know what's sad is I watched this documentary on Ronnie Coleman.
So sad.
I mean, he was like won Mr. Olympia for I don't know how many years, but he was like the peak, you know.
Yeah.
And now he's just like
Lightweight.
broken.
Oh yeah.
And he's almost like crippled, and he just looks, I don't know, it just definitely like took its toll on him, and it's pretty sad. And you wonder, like, at his age now, which I don't know what, I assume he's 50 something.
Got to be in his 50s.
If you go to him now, would he do it all over again, or would he say
For sure he would.
Really?
That's his whole identity. He was a cop.
Isn't that crazy though? That even knowing that you're gonna, or like in the NFL, like if you came up to a guy and said, "Okay, you're gonna do 10 years, you're gonna win 2 Super Bowls, and then you're gonna get CTE."
57.
Whoa, wow! And you're gonna get CTE, and you're going to slowly decline and you're going to die at 63, tell that to any 22-year-old, would they sign the deal?
Well, yeah, because if they don't, they're going to work at AutoZone.
Well, but maybe live to 100 though.
Nah, not a fair trade.
Would they still do it? Most of them would still do the NFL, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, where do I sign? It's
Exactly.
a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Crazy. Well, that's why you wonder, like, Tom Brady, right? I mean, he's 44, does not need the money. He's got more money than God. Why continue to take the hits, even though he's pretty well protected? But, I mean, he still gets sacked how many times a year?
He still gets hit.
And it's those repetitive, how many times, you get so many in your life.
Even when it's a penalty, you still get knocked in the head.
Exactly. So you just wonder, like, I mean, I guess these guys are just so freaking competitive, and that drive is just, that's their whole, like you said, their whole identity. So they just, I mean, there's no reason Tom Brady needs to keep going.
Right. And he's not going to, though.
You think that's your prediction?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to tap out?
He said it pretty much.
Think so?
He said, well, we're going to have some tough conversations, but Giselle hates me seeing me get hit out there. The kids are starting to worry for me. And
well, then Roethlisberger just retired officially, and he just spent more time with his kids and all that.
Yep.
But Roethlisberger was starting to decline performance-wise. Brady's not.
Sure.
Brady's still like a candidate for MVP this year.
And he's 6 years older than Roethlisberger.
44, dude. It's crazy. All right, well, before we get into our Liver King stuff, I saw this Dr. Ted, baby. Okay, this made me think here. He just really simplifies this concept. Okay, what he says is, for the audio listeners, body composition equals metabolic health.
You know what we need? We need to add, even though we don't use the soundboard as much as we used to, we need to get back into it.
I forget where
I do too.
The sounds are.
We got 50 different labels for different toggle back and forth, but we need you know what we need? We need a,
oh yeah.
Because that would be that one.
The angelic choir.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because that's that.
Yep. Body composition equals metabolic health. And he says this actually simplifies things. That's your new tattoo. It's absolutely everyone has the same goal: more muscle and less fat, which is accomplished with higher PE. That's is.
I want to go. I want to. What's the corporate term they use all the time now? You know, the corporate isms. Let's unpack.
Oh, let's unpack this.
Yep.
Yes. Right.
If you scroll back
let's
up,
blue sky this.
I want to unpack that. Absolutely, everyone has the same goal.
Right.
Everyone?
Body composition equals metabolic health. This actually simplifies things, as absolutely everyone has the same goal: more muscle and less fat.
Jesus, I'm stripping.
Which is accomplished with higher PE ratio, means higher protein to energy ratio.
I'm back.
And resistance training. And then he's got a little graphic here.
I know. I see what you're doing, and I don't like it. You're trying to avoid me from going down that rabbit hole.
No.
I want to know.
Tell me where to stop.
That's a bold statement. Everyone
right.
wants more muscle and less fat.
Right.
Do they?
They should.
Does the body positive chick on the cover of Self, is she part of everyone?
She should want it.
Doesn't say should.
Right.
He said absolutely, which is absolute.
Yeah, that is kind of
There's no gray area.
Yeah, that is kind of a bold.
Right.
He's really planting his flag, isn't he?
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think he's right.
Yep.
They secretly do.
Exactly.
But they don't want to do the work.
That's it. Yep. More muscle, less fat, which encompasses higher PE ratio and resistance training. Okay, so it says glycogen and fat storage in lean and muscular individuals. So then he's got some nerdy graphics here.
Super nerdy. The guy's got a little. So
he's got a lean guy.
Tuft of hair.
Okay. Lean guy basically saying, okay, your insulin sensitivity and you have metabolic flexibility. You have glycogens available to use, low glucose, low triglycerides, fat storage available.
So is he trying to say that they're the same people?
Yeah, this is like the lean guy, and then this is body composition is metabolic health. So he's saying, now here's the overweight guy. Glycogen stores are full, excess glucose.
Bod.
Yep. Fat stores are full, excess fat in blood. Glycogen and fat storage in sarcopenic and obese individuals. What does sarcopenic mean? I need to look that up.
I think it's, I don't I think it's the visceral fat.
Sarcopenia is a condition characterized by the loss of muscle mass and strength or physical function that occurs naturally with aging. So basically, people with
Dying.
with low
They're dying.
low lean muscle. Yep, aka dying.
They're withering away, as
Yeah.
the old folks would call it, when they try to make you eat more potatoes.
I think I just told this story last week, but I'm gonna say it again. I was talking to my aunt, and she was, talking about diet and stuff because she was asking me about because she's seen a couple of these episodes, and she was, asking what I was doing, and I was just telling her I was all about, resistance training because I'm just trying to preserve or gain muscle mass because that's what I'm most worried about as I get older. Is having as much lean muscle mass as possible because that's, I didn't want to say to her, I say that's going to be your problem, like you don't want to ever, I hate to be the corrector guy. Like I never want to tell people what.
When you said that, I'm like, fuck, I'm the corrector guy.
Oh, I just can't, I'm such a libertarian that I'm like, if I see people smoking and chewing and, injecting heroin, I'm like, whatever, good on you, man.
Yep. Darwin was right. Whatever.
But, asked to my opinion, I would say, and everyone should be doing this, including you, my 75-year-old aunt, you should be doing some type of weight training. It is hard for me to, now that I've, my third eye has been opened over this time, when people are talking about, I just last night, guys in my band, okay, we were sitting there,
riffing.
I hope he doesn't watch this. I'm pretty sure he doesn't because one of the guys in my band has man spanks.
What the fuck is that?
I shouldn't even be saying this. He's got compression, like tank top, like.
He does not.
Yep. Yeah. And I was, he knows what I've been doing and seen stuff change, right? For the better. And
all you had to do was buy a pair of those. Just tuck it all in.
And I was like, and he's talking about running and, I can't run because dude, don't run. Start lifting weights and, throw the sandwich away.
Do it all.
Yeah. Well, right. But he was acting like that was my knee hurts, so I can't run. So therefore, it's like, well, don't concentrate on that anyways.
That's what people say. There's an old T-Nation meme and it said, running doesn't make your knees hurt. Being fat does.
Right. But, that was the excuse for not exercising.
Yep.
It's like, just start doing push-ups.
Start doing burpees.
Yeah, anything. You don't need to, have the high impact.
Or walk for as long as you can.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to do you got to get those muscles burning.
You can, walking's not going to hurt your knees.
Well, but.
Unless he's morbidly obese. If he's morbidly obese, the Spanx wouldn't even work.
One of the a couple weeks ago,
unless it's duct tape.
One of the other guys had to help him get into them.
Oh wait!
And we had a chuckle at that.
This whole thing is unraveling. Are you telling me that he only wears them to perform?
Yeah. I wonder if I have that.
Why do I think that makes it so much more funny?
I can't show this on the air, but I'll have to. I'll see if I can. Oh,
I don't know if I want to.
There it is.
Jesus H. What the hell?
Wouldn't it be easier just to drop a few lbs?
It'd be.
But so back to
you'd have more pride.
Back to what you don't want to be the guy. Like I don't want to be like, dude, just do this, this, and this because I'm I have to restrain my know-it-all tendencies and just let people be them.
I should try that sometime.
But when people are talking about I can't do this because of this, then you just you got to go, dude, just do this. Sometimes you just, especially if you know them real well, which I do, you just got to say it. So
they're not into it.
Yeah. No matter, but then you have to accept the fact that most people are never going to ever do it. Right. And just, so be it. you can't control others, you know. So, but it's still frustrating.
Right.
So yeah, so back to old Ted here. Sarcopenia. Okay, it's basically lack of lean muscle.
It's withering away.
Yep, withering, aging.
Prematurely is what I
Prematurely.
gather.
Yeah, well, right, exactly. So let's see what it is.
So that's when they say your biological age. If you're like 40 and your biological age is 60,
Right.
That's sarcopenia.
Yep. So, oh, and here's a good, okay, this guy tries to rebut him and he says, and youth was my leanest and most muscular at 19 years old, eating sad. And then Ted says, not me. I'm actually significantly better off now in every way at 50.
Oh, click on show replies. I want to see where that goes. I guess you didn't even lift, bro. Look at his picture.
He's just giving him shit, though.
Rich.
That's funny. Every college football player is probably on sad. Well, that's true, too, because it just, you know, you get the benefit of youth. But regardless of youth or not, I mean, you are where you are. So that's no excuse to, you know, just eat like shit just because you got a young, fast metabolism. And then he said he concedes, no argument, genetics, age, testosterone, all huge factors. Totally agree. So, yeah. But I mean, you are what you are. You're the age you are. So do the best with that. You know, really. So who cares if it's easier for a 19-year-old? So what?
Yeah.
If you're 50 now, then you're 50. So deal with that.
Make adjustments.
Right. So.
Yeah. And but there is such thing as lowering your fitness age or your metabolic age.
Oh, you can move the needle big time.
Yeah.
But don't sit there and not do it because you're 50 now and it was so much easier at 19, or they have the benefit of youth. So what?
My fitness age on my Garmin is 36.
Mm-hmm. And you're 48 now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So take it for what it's worth.
Right. So there's Dr. Ted laying it down, laying the smack down.
He's so right. And you know what's funny is all you see now is the Seco, the vegan, the carnivore, you name it. Everyone in every fad space, they're all preaching protein now.
It is funny. I've seen that a lot of the
prioritize your protein. Well, where did I hear that before?
The hardcore carnivores. It's funny because there's this big. Well, you know, everybody's so freaking dogmatic all the time that, I mean, and there's people that are like purists. You know, like carnivores. Okay, you eat meat, water, and salt. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and okay, fine. And I think some people just have to be because if they don't, they just go right back into sad and they just fall off the rails completely. So it's like almost like being an alcoholic. They have to be, you know, it's all or nothing. So that's just their way. They can't do it sloppy. They have to do it full on, which I get. You know, I'm kind of wired similar to that. So I totally understand that point of view. But don't crap on people that are able to do it. And now there's this whole division because like Saladino and other guys are like eating fruit and honey and all this kind of stuff. So like, you're not carnivore.
They're adding so much fruit.
You're not carnivore. And it's like, well, yeah, but look at the results. So who cares?
You can't argue.
Yeah.
So like Dr. Paul and even Ted, they add some fruit and honey because of they're learning. Right. And they're not being so dogmatic.
Yeah, they're experimenting and seeing how it works for them.
Yep.
And plus, especially if they reach their body composition goal, then you can, you know, experiment a little bit. Like if it got whatever got you there, you know, and if you're there, then you can kind of experiment. Because he's been like Dr. Ted as an example. He's been pretty lean for a few years now.
Right.
You know, so he's kind of hanging out there. You know, he got where he wanted to be. So now you can kind of, you know, doesn't need to lose weight anymore or drop fat anymore or get leaner. Just needs to maintain and probably just keep hopefully adding muscle mass. So, you know, if you can do that and have some berries and stuff, you know, big deal.
Right. But yeah, I mean,
he just stays within his PE ratios that he prescribes.
It kind of reminds me of of course I'm going to butcher it, but I'll give you the gist. But it's don't shit on somebody by telling them they can't do it while they're in the middle of doing it.
Right. Yeah. How can you deny it?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hear that with keto all the time. It works and it's healthy and all your markers will improve and you're going to feel great and you're going to have tons of energy when you start burning fat. but it's not sustainable. And you're telling a person who's sustaining it.
Right. Yeah.
The person's like, dude, I've been doing it for a decade.
Yeah. It's almost always somebody who's internally blocked.
Yep.
You know, they're just using that as an excuse. Well, I don't want to go down that road because that's not sustainable, so I'm not even going to start.
Right. So pass the Twinkies.
Yeah, it's just right. It's just resistance.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dr. Ted for the win.
Yeah,
okay.
I love that guy.
Yep.
I don't agree with him on everything.
He's pretty awesome.
But yeah,
Now we're gonna watch a couple dumb TikTokers just because that's fun. So this guy, I have a feeling it says, the comment says, "Is he in here? God, that looked painful." So that tells you what we're in for here.
Oh, I hate these. like I saw somebody doing bicep curls on the preacher curl, and he's like this, and you could see he's just loaded up.
Yeah.
And the caption over the top of the TikTok was, "Wait for it." I'm like, no, there's no way I'm watching this.
Like the snapping of biceps.
Oh, just rolling up in his arm like a shade.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm like, no way am I watching that.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, Jesus.
Probably get copyrighted for that drowning pool there.
What was he trying to do?
You know what the funny thing is? Okay, watch his face
He was trying to, oh yeah, he's like,
watch his face at the end. He's like, I got good footage.
oh, and it's threw his head into the ground too.
But look at him. He's like happy. He's like glee, like, oh, I got that.
Oh.
I got that shit.
So
he's more happy that he got a potentially viral video than sad that he missed the freaking lift and just about snapped his head off.
Now he has CTE.
No shit. That's fucking good.
But it's well, look at him though. Did he really get hurt?
I like he's got a what's with mullets coming back? Ow.
Why would you try and snatch into a back squat or clean it? What is he doing?
I don't know, but it's funny.
I like where you paused it right there.
I like his mullet though. What's with mullets coming back?
They're not.
Okay.
I refuse.
Well, you do.
I'm not getting in line.
Well, when I'm talking to a Viking over here, I don't know what you're doing, but
Right.
when I was, we're about the same age. I'm 50 or 48, so we were in high school in the 80s. Mm-hmm. It was just called hockey hair, right? Because it looked good coming out the flow out of the back of your hockey helmet.
Right.
That's mostly where it was, or football helmet, whatever. Just look cool. But you got to keep it tight on the top because you don't want all that stuff in your eyes.
Right.
So keep that nice and tight.
Business in the front.
Have the
party in
flow.
back.
The flow at the back.
The salad.
Look good.
The lettuce sticking out the back.
Right. But then in the, 90s to early 2000s, there couldn't have been a more scorned hairstyle than the mullet.
I still hate it.
Right. But it's come back big time.
Oh, it has.
Like,
with a vengeance.
Young
And
kids.
guess what? They look like
high
idiots.
schoolers. I know. Well, it's just funny because it's just going to go through that 20-year cycle. And, they're going to look back at all their pictures now of these kids that have hockey hair again in 20 years. And they're going to go, what the hell were we thinking? And then they'll come back again.
Oh, yeah. It's everything's sick.
Yeah. It's so funny.
But the, I think it was Mel the other day said, these young men are so attractive and they just look so horrible. Why would they do that to themselves?
Yeah.
I said, I don't get it.
It's it's weird. It's like, okay, things become so popular, like just a regular good looking haircut, and then just anything different becomes attractive.
Right.
Because it's unique. Mm-hmm. And, kind of like Morgan Wallen, he's another country singer who's got a mullet, right?
He was like almost started it.
Exactly. Right.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. And then, but because he was like, holy shit, he's rocking the mullet. God, that's idiotic. And then you're like, he kind of doesn't give a shit. And that makes him cool.
Right.
So then they're attracted to that. But then it builds and then it becomes saturated and uncool again. And then the whole cycle continues.
But it never really catches on. And like, it's one of those weird trends or fashion statements that never really catches on within the fashion industry. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to see an ad in a magazine.
It's not on RuPaul's Drag
Armani.
Race. They're not walking down RuPaul's Drag Race with bullets.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to see the Tom Brady in a magazine with an Armani or his
Although
one watch.
There's a lot of NFL guys though.
Yeah, they look stupid.
I know. But it's definitely there.
Oh, for sure.
All right, here's another one. I like this. It's got Trevor Noah just laughing his balls off. right, let's see what happens here.
No.
Oh, damn, another one.
He just shakes it off. They didn't time the laugh very well, though.
Yeah, these guys just keep getting creamed in the neck.
No.
Ugh, right there. Look at that.
Guillotine.
How do you? Thank God. And is that why weights have the circumference that they do, so that you don't get crushed under it? I mean, is that some of the reason?
I don't know.
To
No,
account-
it's so they can fit them.
To count for idiots?
So they can fit them, so they're skinnier. So they can get as many as they can.
Because if
they're going to make them weight and fat, you can't get
if
them on the
those
bar.
were half that size, he'd be dead right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, your neck would be snapped, dude.
Yep.
Your head would pop off. So
That's enough of those.
when you do, okay, let's just watch it one more time.
Just give me the willies.
What do you do? How are you supposed to dump on this? Push it away, right?
Watch it again.
Like throw it away.
I want to see where he goes.
No.
Oh, for starters.
No.
Okay, so he was trying to what do they call that when you're
He's split jerk.
trying to get it up? Yep.
But for starters,
Split his legs real wide.
Go back again slowly.
See, I don't know if I can. They don't have the thing.
For starters, right there.
Okay.
You don't.
He doesn't have his front foot far enough in
No,
front,
no,
right?
No. Google front rack, real quick, for the people in Rio Linda. Images. It's not going to be boobs.
It's on bikes.
It is. Scroll down. Front rack. Wait, there you go.
What
Scroll
the
down.
fuck?
Scroll right there. Scroll down.
Okay. Okay. Right here.
That's how he's supposed to have it.
Right.
Not behind, not in the back rack. It should be in front rack.
Right. Okay.
So in his back rack, it's gonna, if he fails in the front rack, it's gonna come down in front of him.
Right, and then he can just
Yeah.
push it in front and walk away.
So he deserves it.
He deserves it. All right. So he screwed up. All right, let's move on to Liver King. He sent me this today and it just made me, oh God, it made me cringe. But
And I watched it and I knew it was coming.
yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I see that still, and I'm like, he's eating that.
Yep.
There's no question what he's about to do.
Well, and his caption is, before you ask if Liver King has ever gotten sick from eating raw meat, the answer is no.
It's not raw meat.
He says, I'd like
It's
to ask.
organs.
Right. Well, is there a difference? I mean, he just means it's not cooked,
Oh,
you know.
well, he should have said raw organs.
Well, right, but just in general, because he eats all kinds of shit raw.
But it's flesh versus an organ. But
Right.
anyways,
So I'd like to ask the same question of you, Primal. Are you getting perpetually sick from your diet? Or perhaps the even better question, are you getting a life that's full of energy, full of inspiration, full of drive and fulfillment, free of depression, free of anxiety, free of chronic and acute disease? All right, let's watch this guy. I'm going to refresh it because I don't start.
hello, primals.
Come on.
The cow, and because I'm the liver king, and because liver is king, we're gonna take a bite out of it.
Oh. The tearing.
Wait for it. Done. Liver king out.
And then he
Liver
goes
king
and
here.
pukes.
We just finished butchering the cow.
Butchering the cow.
Because I'm the liver king, and because liver is king. we're gonna take
Yeah,
a bite
listen
out
to
of it.
the shredding.
Oofda. See, it's the tearing and the, I don't know, man. I'm just too civilized. I was born, you know,
With a fork.
if I was born 500 years ago, I probably wouldn't live. I'd be like, oh, eating this, I have to butcher this cow myself? Gross.
If you're hungry enough,
Yeah.
I'd dive face first into that
Yeah.
liver.
I know, but it just shows you how civilized we are, you know, because like the fact that I'm just completely grossed out by that. But actually, even like 40 or 50 years ago, most people wouldn't even faze them. You know, because most of my grandparents,
They eat head cheese.
well, right. I remember my grandpa when we had Thanksgiving and stuff, he would want the neck of
Oh,
the
right.
turkey, the heart.
I ate the neck. I ate the heart.
You do?
Oh, yeah. Put it in the stuffing.
Stuff just always grossed me out. I don't know why, but just I think seeing it, like anatomically seeing where it was, like I can tell that's a neck. But if you just hand me a steak, I have no idea where that came from on the cow.
Oh, I still know.
I don't know. I don't want to know. It makes it a little too real. I know it's my hang up. It's, I need to get over that because I'm consuming tons of meat all day. So, so what he says is, if not, start basically if you don't have, if you have some of these problems, he says, if not, start a nose to tail carnivore diet immediately. You don't have to devour it raw like Liver King, but do what works for you. Take massive action and get on the liver and bone marrow train. I always say, show them, don't tell them, and now it's your turn. Show us how strong your liver game really is. He always capitalizes liver, too. Mm-hmm. That's funny. Wow.
Through my 13 years of eating totally carnivorously, I've been waiting for my taste.
For liver to appear. Still waiting. Yeah, so liver, people are very divided on liver.
Fried, still not a fan. For now, I have to stick to occasional liverwurst.
Yeah.
Pluck season. The fuck is that?
And then this will be asking about a parasite concern. Eesh. I mean, that's massive, too. Just the size of it. Just came out of a freaking 1,000-pound cow. Ugh. This guy's crazy, though. I mean, look at his freaking abs. He's so...
It looks like those Hawaiian buns you get on Thanksgiving.
It looks like a suit. Like, you buy for Halloween.
Right.
Like
a
what's
Thor.
weird is he's so muscular that they're big. Like the abs are big. They're not, he doesn't look like,
shredded.
what's that Magic Mike dude?
Mel would know. Channing Tatum.
Yes. Yeah, let's pull up, just compare physiques here.
It's probably going to be a couple of them when he was fat.
It's fine. Okay. I'm trying to find one of, okay, well, here's one.
He wasn't even that buff in Magic Mike.
Not
it was
really.
just because he's such a good dancer.
But okay,
everyone was like,
but he's just he's lean more than anything. He's not that muscular. Like,
right.
And then you look at this freaking guy.
Right.
And it's just like the girth, the ab girth is just insane.
Because he lifts heavy.
Lifts heavy. And
He lifts heavy for midsection stuff.
Yeah, he
and
must,
you're always bracing.
Right. Have you watched him do his workouts or just eating stuff? What
Workouts.
What does he do?
CrossFit.
He doesn't like
Call it that, but he
Right.
does all CrossFit
functional
workouts.
fitness kind of stuff.
Yep. Dragging sleds and
I
flipping
suppose
tires
it's all
and-
going to be like outdoor manly shit, right?
Yep.
Dragging logs. Dragging logs through
But
the
he does like a
forest.
salt bike and burpees and
He does whatever Rocky did in Rocky 4 when he was in Siberia.
yes, pull-ups from the rafters.
Dragging logs through snow.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good workout. Okay. Well, let's move on here. Now we're going to talk about what this article calls the 10 best new fitness products of the year.
Best?
This is the best, and I got worse next.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. So we're going to see.
Oh, this will be fun.
We're going to see what they say.
That was a quick segue into the main topic.
Oh, we're already 33 minutes in, bro.
Oh,
That's how much fun we're having.
oh. I don't ever pay attention to that. Usually by the end of the show, you say, well we're going to wrap it up there. And I'm like, what?
What? It's been 5 minutes.
Already? Mm-hmm. I still have so many things to talk about.
All right. 10
By the way,
best.
do you listen to Mark Bell's Power Project?
I have. I've
One
seen
of the
some
most
his YouTubes.
underrated podcasts on.
I've seen his some of his YouTube stuff, but never heard
It's
his podcast.
so
What does he talk
underrated.
about?
Everything.
He's just all lifting, or is it all
Mostly lifting, nutrition. He had some. He had Ben Bergeron on the other day, who's a famous in the CrossFit world, I should say. Coach of CrossFit Games athletes,
Oh.
and he talked about mindset
right?
and how these people are just all in. And here's the one thing that the takeaway is when you see people who are elite and excellent, especially CrossFit Games, right? Mm-hmm. Or CrossFit elite CrossFit athletes. And he talked about dedication. And how did he say it?
Here's
It's
his site, by the way.
Oh, that's Mark Bell.
Mark
Yeah,
Bell's
Mark
Power
Bell wasn't
Project.
saying this. It was, if you
His
scroll
guest.
down. Nope.
Coach.
Keep going down.
Mentality and Habits of CrossFit Champions.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Featuring
So-
Ben Bergeron. Yep.
Yeah. And he
Episode
talks about-
666.
Ooh.
Extra
But
evil.
He talks about unconditional love and what does that mean? Like, and he has a where he goes with this is, you say you unconditionally love your wife. Well, if she mispacked your suitcase, would you still love her? Of course. If she was late for dinner, would you still love her? Of course. Well, if she cheated on you, I don't know.
So it's not unconditional.
And he goes,
right.
if she cut off one of your testicles, fuck that bitch. He's like, no, of course not.
What if she just gently placed him in a purse for good keeping?
They can talk about it. But he said, so that's not unconditional.
Right.
So there is some conditions to where you would no longer love that person. He said CrossFit Games athletes have unconditional commitment to their sport.
That's crazy. How do they get there?
Unconditional commitment. And he
Why?
talks about,
I would say why.
he calls
How
it,
can you make that leap that's
He says-
stronger than to a spouse?
yeah, I don't know. But he said unconditional focus and effort. He said that's what sets them apart from everyday people. Everyone, and it's kind of along
Well, they
this,
are apart because I'm sitting here going, why?
right, exactly. So it's kind of along
Doesn't
the,
make sense.
it's kind of along the lines of, how I always tell people, not always, but lately I've been using the phrase, it's better to be constantly good.
Consistently good than occasionally great.
Yeah,
That's a good phrase.
it is. And that's kind of what he's getting at, is everyone can be unconditional when you can be great, or what he calls it unconditional focus and effort. Every one of us can give focus and be focused and give 100% effort, but not unconditionally.
Right. No.
I had a hard day at work. I'm still going to go work out, but are you going to give 100% unconditionally? Probably not.
Yeah, maybe
That's
not.
what separates CrossFit athletes
They
from
just
regular.
somehow turn it on and just do it every time.
It's unconditional.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's the fifth workout of the day. Their focus and their effort is still as
Is
high as it
100%.
can go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, anyways, I rabbit holed there, but that's a great episode.
I'll post a link. So 666, the mentality and habits of CrossFit champions Matt Fraser and Katrine David's daughter, featuring Ben Bergeron.
And then he says, it's just awesome. He just says shit like, don't mistake movement for action.
Right.
So a lot of people move.
Yeah, he's a doer, man. I mean,
A lot of
he's-
people move and nothing gets done.
Yep. It's like the people that mistake busyness for accomplishment.
Right.
You
Yep.
know, in their
Yep.
daily work lives. It's like just because you were here for 12 hours doesn't mean you got anything done.
Right. It's like how do you?
Yes, you were punched in.
When Jerry
concur.
asked George, how do you keep your jobs? And he goes, oh, that's easy. I just walk around and act annoyed all day, and then people think you care. And then he goes, what? He goes, watch. And she goes, oh yeah.
Yep. That's true. That's totally true. I mean, there's people that are masters of that.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Let's look at these.
What's going on today, Al? Oof, sorry to bother you. You
Yep.
must be really busy.
Yep. Oh, he's taking care of some big shit.
Yep.
Don't put on him.
Stressed to the max.
All right. Yeah, that's one thing that's super annoying to me is like, and you see this a lot in the workplaces, just that the martyrdom,
Oh.
victim mentality.
Woe is me.
Yeah. It's like, just whatever. Just do your shit. Everybody's got shit.
Speaking of woe is me, if you want a goosebump time, Google the woe is me.
Is that a Jocko?
No, Joe Rogan.
Oh,
He
okay.
goosebumps. He said, "Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Woe is me." Said, Get your ass up and do something. Yeah, it's really good.
Let's look at it. Is it a YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's called that.
Can't catch a break. That's it.
Okay, let's look at it.
For all the unconventional ways your
There might
team
be
Shut
some-
up.
There might be some language. Maybe not.
Well, I won't tolerate that.
Oh, it's GRE clips, so it's definitely going to have language. And that not having the skip ads thing, that's bullshit.
No,
YouTube.
go into a whole.
Oh, there's more than one.
Oh, Jesus.
And they got the,
a whole
the hydro.
56
They got the
15-second
hydro
ad.
roller.
All right, here we go.
Rogan experience.
After the second, I believe it was, you just like, this is like, this should be stopped.
Right.
Yeah. This should be stopped. There's no chance, and I don't really want to watch him get beat up as much. So I'm like tweeting about the fight and watching, and I'm looking back and forth, and then holy fuck,
All of a sudden he
massage
catches him.
upside down.
I love that guy. And then Elkins chokes out Michael Johnson. It's like
Man.
shows people he's
yeah,
got skills.
That's the other thing.
Here
There
it
are
is right
people-
here. I mean, Rashad
this is a
Bektik
shorter
was
one.
super
Yeah, this one's
fucking
like 9 minutes
talented.
long.
Yeah.
Like just and undefeated coming into this fight. Darren was covered in blood, and it,
Let's turn the captions on.
Just got to go until he said where he starts saying, it's these can't catch or break people. There it is.
thing, but like there's no rules.
yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's similar, but everybody's different. And your attitude has a giant effect, not just on your life, but on other people's lives around you. That's the other thing about it. Those I can't catch a break guys.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks.
Yeah.
I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up.
Yeah.
And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. It's like I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has. But you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is. It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just little challenges. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel.
Yeah.
Like the fuel people,
They're the hole in
the
the
people
tank.
that are kicking ass, the people that are out there just fucking hustling, always getting things done. The guy, like my friend Jocko, every morning I'll check his Instagram page. 4:30
Jocko.
shows a picture of his watch. Get after it. He's out there working out 4:30 in the morning. He does it every fucking morning. Why? Because he doesn't want to. And that's how you do it. You go and get after it. You don't make any excuses.
Ooh. Why? Because he doesn't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Goosebumps. Told you.
Right. I wonder if we're going to get flagged for playing that, but whatever.
Yeah.
That's so true, though. I mean, you got to surround yourself. I mean, just that it is cancerous.
It is cancer.
Ugh. Yeah, I hate
It
that.
is.
And well, yeah, you see that in workplaces all the time because, obviously you're not picking those people.
And I don't say it when people go, why? Because I do some weird shit sometimes. And people say, why? Why are you doing that? Because it's hard.
Right. That's the reason.
Yeah, because it's hard. I seek it out. You avoid it.
Exactly. That's where growth is achieved.
Yep. That's the adaptation.
That's
Whether
why-
it's your biceps from doing pull-ups or your mind from
I-
doing hard shit.
I use that same analogy all the time with kids because as a father, when your kid's trying to learn something, the urge to jump in is so strong, but you have to resist. Like when learning to tie their shoes, like you have to let them fuck it up
Yeah.
100 times in a row.
Because 101, they're going to just get it and light up like a light bulb.
Because then they'll earn it and
Yes.
it'll be a true victory.
Yep.
And this is why my nephew is now 16 and like taller than me now, but I would
Well, that's
play
not
him
hard.
one-on-one.
That's not hard to do.
Right. But I play him one-on-one and I would go my hardest all the time because he was pretty good. Like even as a young kid, never let him win. But now he destroys me and it's so sweet for him because
Because he knows it's real.
it's real. I would go hard. I'd be falling over, getting, asphalt, burns and stuff, in the back, in the alley. Cause I'm like, I can't let this dude beat me.
That reminds me of the one.
And then he finally did. And now he's,
oh, sure.
taller and he's like in high school basketball and just destroys me.
And he earned it.
But,
And now he's probably cocky about it. I hope he is.
well, right. But
I'd be like, Brett, you'd check it to me and I'd be like, remember when you were good? Oh, I would just trash talk you.
But I feel like well, not that I did anything, but that's just my attitude with everything with kids. They have to fight through this. They have to earn this. They have to build the muscle. If I spot them the whole time, they're not doing shit. Their muscles aren't doing anything.
That totally reminds me of the episode of Last Man Standing where he brings his daughter out in the backyard and they're trying to bond because they don't have anything in common. And she goes, remember when we used to play ping pong together? And he's like, yep, let's play ping pong again. And they started playing and it would bounce on the other side and he'd go, whoa, oh, man, you still got that spin. Now she's 20. She's like, are you letting me win? And he goes, no. And she keeps pushing him. And he's like, are you letting me win? And he goes, no, I never let you win. I'm just not very good. And she goes, I want you to try. No, you don't. She goes, no, I want you to try as hard as you can. I don't care how hard it is. You need to try. And he goes like this, and he goes, takes the paddle and goes, serve. She goes, what are you doing? She goes, put it in my left hand. She goes, why? He goes, because I'm left-handed.
Oh, damn.
And then it was super embarrassing. But that's to your point.
Yeah.
She didn't know her whole life. She thought she was good at ping pong.
Right.
So she's going to go through her life thinking she's good at something she's not.
Yeah. You have to, people have to get there. They have to do the work and build their own muscles. You can't spot them through life.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But as a father, that's so hard to do because you want to rescue your kid. You don't want them to experience any negativity, any pain. But unfortunately, that struggle is the only way that they progress. So I'm like hardcore the other way. Like I'll just let them sit there and freaking stew in it until they get through it.
Here's the best analogy, and then we can get to the top gadgets. The best thing I ever saw was this picture of a lion with the cub in front of the lion. And the lion behind the cub is just like this, just glaring. And then the little cub's looking straight ahead going,
yeah,
like he's scary.
Yep.
But really, whatever that danger is looking at the dad.
Yeah.
But the cub never knows.
Right.
That's what I try to do.
Yeah. And, you know,
I take care of.
Well, the difference between protecting, you know, obviously you're not going to let somebody kidnap your kid just because, well, you should have fought harder.
Right.
You little dipshit.
Right. Right.
You know, that's a line, obviously. But I'm just talking about learning and progressing, you know, in learning how to do things.
Sure. And
just developing that.
And that little cub was learning to stand up for itself and be brave, even though it had no reason to be brave. Because dad was going to whoop some ass on the hyenas or whatever the hell the danger was.
Exactly. All right, let's check these out. Top 10 best new fitness products of the year.
I have some guesses. Whoop's going to be on there.
Yeah, right. You saw it.
No, I saw the app.
Okay, so Whoop Anywhere technology. All right. So they call this a game changer. So since their inception, best fitness trackers have been relegated to the wrist or maybe the biceps. And while the standard Whoop wrist strap is still a standout, this year Whoop changed the game by making it a bit less noticeable. Whoop Body, featuring Anywhere technology, specially designed clothing that houses the new and improved Whoop 4.0 and allows for passive data collection from all over your body. This just sounds like something Zuckerberg developed just to sell you more shit.
Or Adam and Eve.
Crazy. So the Whoop sensor slides into pod-shaped pockets integrated into the garments. I wonder if they make it for male Spanx.
He wouldn't care what the data is anyway.
It would just be red alert beeping the whole time.
Hey, look at there. I did nothing again today. Look at all this data I didn't gather.
Look, I had a lot of jiggles today. I really hope he doesn't watch this. Okay. Whoop sensor pod-shaped pockets integrate into the garments, allowing users to situate the unit at various points on the body, including the upper arm, left side of the torso, waist, and lower leg. Okay.
Guess what Garmin does?
So you have the watch version.
Garmin does everything that Whoop does, but Garmin does one more thing. You know what that is?
GPS.
Nope.
That's how I know Garmin.
Garmin's good at GPS, but you know what the one thing this has that the Whoop doesn't?
Time.
A watch.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not paying all that money and having an app, and I can't see it.
Just for the...
especially real time.
Right.
Like when I do heart rate training, when I go into, let's just say I'm going to
Don't they have
walk.
a phone app? But then
Right.
you have to have your phone up with the app open.
Right. But I go here and then I go here
Right.
and I just watch, or the road map.
Right.
But I just,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, absolutely. But then I just watch it. So I get up into zone 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
And
What is your heart rate during a podcast?
It was 60. And then when I started getting all excited about my watch, it went to 70, 74, 77, 78, 80. I'm getting pissed.
Okay, so that's pretty cool, though. You know, it's an advancement. I like it.
I love the data, but you can't do real time. Like,
Right.
man, I'm feeling good. I feel fast. I wonder what my pace is. Well, I guess I'll have to figure it out when I get done.
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay, here's one. Is that Mahomes?
Homie, did you see his Whoop data from the?
Does he wear one during games
Save that. Yeah, and they
he?
showed the heart rate and stuff. His heart rate was 192
when he's getting chased by
when they
linebackers?
won.
Oh shit!
When he hit the winning play, it was 192.
That was a crazy ass game.
Yeah,
by the
it
way.
was.
Okay, so I don't know what the hell this is, but it's just sunglasses. Okay, why is this a fitness product? When a sunglass can turn heads after the sun sets, you know it's a big deal. Enter the experimental Kato, which draws inspiration from a character once played by Bruce Lee and is frameless due to rigidity built directly into the lens. The effect is a contoured, close to the face fit that boosts coverage, protection, field of view, and shape retention. Okay, so it's just, sunglasses that athletes might choose.
Sure.
Let's see, he rocked a pair while claiming a share of gold in the high jump, which took place, yes, at night. Oh, so he actually wore them like while performing?
What do they do?
They're
just sunglasses?
just really light, comfortable sunglasses that, give you better, clearer vision, apparently. Okay.
I wonder if they make them prescription. I might be interested.
Oh, here's one that's interesting. The Hydrate Spark Tap. So, okay, this must be a bottle that maybe tracks how much water you actually consume. It's kind of interesting.
So does your eyes.
Right, that seems kind of useless.
If
but
you look at it when it's empty.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, case in point, Hydrate Spark water bottles, digitized drinking vessels. That's just something that get people that love to buy this shit, love to spend money on this kind of stuff.
But they were smart when they did their R&D and their market studies because they have they don't have a barrier to entry with that price point. $19, $20,
$20,
big
yep.
deal. I'll try it for $20.
Yep.
Any normal water bottle's $20.
Right. Well, exactly. It pairs with an app to not only remind you to drink, but also to track how much you're actually gulping or spilling on the ground.
Right.
Got a tip some for homie. The idea seemed rather superfluous until we actually tried it and found tremendous satisfaction in the crisp design of the Hydrate Spark Pro and how seamlessly and accurately it recorded water consumption, encouraging us to sip more diligently to reach our prescribed goal, 86 ounces a day.
You know what else it probably does? I bet it has a dashboard where other people can check on you.
Oh, right.
You drinking your water? Of course I am.
Yep.
No, you're not, you liar. I'm looking at it right now.
Yep, the coach, right? Okay, now you've seen a kind of an explosion of these home gym. Like I saw, what's his name? LeBron does one for, I think it's Tonal. Where
Yeah.
it's kind of like a thing you put on the wall.
Yep, Tonal's kind of cool.
But I was thinking, like, man, you must have to really freaking get a carpenter over to hang that shit. Because you can't have LeBron fucking yanking on,
Right.
just pull it right out of the goddamn
He's kind
wall.
of weak, by the way. I bench more than him.
I mean, that thing would have to be freaking secure as hell. Like, I wouldn't even be comfortable just screwing into a stud.
No.
You think you'd have to, like, really anchor that shit big time.
Unless it's just physics and it's spread out
Yeah.
enough. And
But here's kind of an example. So the Tempo Move. So what the hell is this thing? Is it just an
I
app?
don't know. I think you're going to tell us.
Okay. Let's see. Tempo solves both. Okay. It costs thousands of dollars. Most things do, and requires separate wall space to accommodate their giant screens. Tempo solves both problems with its latest addition to the home gym space. The innovative Move provides the perks of having a virtual personal trainer on call with real-time guidance, weight recommendations, and workout programs, plus a much smaller footprint than everything, but a decidedly analog. Compared to this, the TRX. Okay, so what is it? Is it a mat? I still don't get it. Required equipment: TV and select iPhones. Dimensions: 2 foot high by 16 foot wide by I don't know what it is. Is it the weights? Is it the screen? Is it this? Is it the mat he's on? Like, I still don't know what it is.
I don't think it's anything.
The Move features 50 pounds of upgradable smart weights and dumbbells, all housed in a small end table unit that's around the same size as a typical media. Okay. So it's this thing.
Okay.
And then it must interface, it must have a little circuit board that interfaces with your TV.
Right.
Okay, the unit is topped by a pod called the Core, which connects to your iPhone and your TV via HDMI to turn stuff you already have into a digital home gym. Okay, so it just basically is your TV screen to,
Right.
you know, show you the workouts and
So it's
track
like
things.
basically it's just a big Peloton.
Kind of. It's just a computer
Display.
basically that you just hook up to your TV.
And it's
Okay,
got
here
programming
it is.
in
Okay, so here's a better picture of it. And then it must track. Maybe it has motion, like kind of like the Microsoft Kinect, like for Xbox.
Must.
Maybe it tracks maybe
Yep.
the weights, motions.
Yep.
Interesting. All right. Okay, here's one. Life Labs Cool Life Tea. All right. So, brainchild of the Stanford University energy expert and the guy who spearheaded the North Face's Future Light, Life Labs is pioneering temperature regulating fabric. The sustainably produced shirt features polyolefin, which lowers body heat by uniquely allowing 100% transmission of infrared radiation, keeping your skin an unreal 1.9 degrees Fahrenheit cooler. Huh. The potential benefits extend beyond chilling out your next HIIT session. If garments like this one let our thermostats run higher, that saves money and shrinks carbon footprints. Interesting. So basically saying, you know, you'll use less AC if you wear this shirt, if you live in a warm climate.
Neat. And I thought I bought stupid shit.
Oh, what was the price on that? $73. It's not crazy for a shirt. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
There's, you know, there's shirts out there that cost that much
I got a whole drawer.
that don't make me run cooler.
Right.
Okay, here's some shoes. Meta Speed Sky, $250. Holy shit!
Features a carbon fiber plate. Guess what else does? Hokas.
I know they way cheaper than that.
Yeah.
$250. That's crazy for a shoe.
It's got to be something else.
Okay, features a carbon fiber plate. Up the ante on the Alpha Fly next. And the rest of the high-end racing shoe field. The brand is pushing the envelope in innovation by applying revolutionary findings from the Institute of Sports Science. All right. Expensive shoes.
Whatever, dude. There's got to be something else to it. Because
It's a
Nike has carbon fiber too.
Yeah, it acts like okay. The full-length carbon fiber plate embedded into the sole is lightweight, rigid, and optimally oriented to propel the foot forward just like a springboard.
Yep, just like Hokas.
You're getting into that territory of that guy that murdered his girlfriend, the Blade Runner.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where you
Yep.
almost get like a bounce.
Right.
At what point does it become
Cheating.
an assist, you know?
The guy that broke the marathon world record was wearing carbon fiber. That was a controversy.
Did they let him have it, though?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because, I mean, why not just put some springs in there then,
Right.
you know? Or even a motorized one. Gives you a little bit of propulsion.
I guess.
I'm saying, where do you stop, you know?
Right. The argument is it's still there's no power unit.
No. But potential energy is still stored in a spring.
Maybe. Right.
You know?
Yep.
If it makes every step 0.1% less effort required to make that step, that would change your time.
Or less destructive
Right.
on your body.
Yeah.
But I think the argument ends up being that anyone can go buy them.
True. Yeah, and then all of a sudden everyone will, because if
Right.
people with wearing those shoes consistently win,
Yep.
then that's all anybody's ever going to wear.
Exactly.
Until they find the next thing. Okay, Peak Design out front bike mount. Okay, so $70. This must just be a thing to put your phone on. When Peak Design announced a sweeping new approach to phone cases and mounts last fall, Kickstarter raised $2 million. Damn, it must have been really like hyper innovative.
I like it because mine right now on my bike is just like these rubber bands kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
It works good, but
Modular ecosystem, powerful magnets and clips dubbed SlimLink, automagically, I like that, Automatically lock your phone case or universal adapter vertically or horizontally to the mount. It's seamlessly detached with the flick of a button. It's awesome for tracking GPS or Strava and more.
You know why I like it?
What is that?
Because I'm going like this down the trail. Boop. Hey, what's up? And I have my headset on.
Right.
Or my headphones. I can talk.
Yeah, you don't have to. It doesn't distract you too much.
Yep.
Or require a lot of effort to get to the phone.
Or go like this while I'm trying to ride.
Well, yeah. No, that definitely doesn't work. Okay. Priority Bicycles, Ace of Spades. $944. Okay, so what's cool about this bike? Anyone who rides a fixed gear bike. Now, fixed gear means there's no...
Gears.
It's
just one speed.
You pedal faster, you go a little faster, and that's
Yep.
it. All right. What? It seems like a weird...
Would suck when you get to hills.
Well, right. Yeah, down or up. Anyone who rides a fixed gear bike can identify with one small problem. To truly enjoy the energy return you get from continuously moving pedals, your chain must be tensioned just right.
They
and
must
retensioned and replaced.
They
that
must
was
have,
a problem.
They must have a coaster brake then. Remember your old one-speed bicycle?
Right. Yep. Okay, so they have a belt-driven single speed. Okay, so it's a belt instead of a chain. So with a flip-flop rear hub threaded for a track cog on one side and free hub on the other. This makes a feature a breeze to set up for yourself for frankly fixie bliss. That's too hipstery for me.
Yeah,
I can't tolerate that sentence.
That's too bikey. That's too Boulder. That's very Boulder.
I don't
phrase.
have an ironic mustache in order to require the enjoyment. It's required to enjoy this.
Ironic flannel.
Yeah, exactly. Wearing Carhartt, but not doing Carhartt shit. Okay, so there it is. Huh? It's a nice looking bike.
It is it's a look at it.
But I want a gear because I want to go faster. Speed.
Right, and I don't
You know
want
what I
to
mean?
walk
Like-
it up a hill.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so I don't get that.
I guess the belt's cool though. It's like a serpentine belt in your car.
Okay, I'm not going to even talk about this
Cold
stupid ass
gear,
thing.
Sports mask. Oh, bullshit.
Bullshit.
You ever run in the cold?
Well, is that what it's for, though? Of
course it is.
It says pandemic. Response to the pandemic.
I ain't wearing a mask when I'm working out.
Exactly.
No matter what.
All right, so there's a nice mask.
Breathing's hard enough.
Mask turtleneck for you.
Those are awesome.
Okay, Therabody Recovery Air System. What the hell is this?
Just
$700.
air compression around your
Holy
legs.
shit, $700. A decade ago, the idea of weekend warriors using their own percussion massage guns to sore muscles probably seemed crazy.
I got one.
Isn't that crazy how like those things are like? Didn't they take like jigsaws and like stick dildos on the end and then?
Well, but they
That's
did put
basically-
lacrosse balls on there.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
we
those
wa-
things are legit
think-
now.
I think we watched two different videos when we were looking them up.
Well, I was just thinking about how they came to be initially.
Oh,
It's probably a jigsaw because that's the only
that's
tool
the,
that
that's
does the
do
motion.
it yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
how these things got developed.
People would take the jigsaw blade out,
Right.
and they'd put some bolt in there.
Yeah, bolt in there and then put
put a lacrosse ball. Yeah, people still do that,
crazy.
and it costs them a lot of work and a lot of headache.
Well, now the things.
and they save $60.
Well, yeah, now the things are so widely available. You might as well just get one of the real ones.
And you can use Theragun's money on a firm. It's interest free.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we paid like $15 a month.
Oh wow.
It was $400.
Right. I bet they're down now though.
Nah, they just keep developing new ones. Ours is pretty new.
It's like
though.
an iPhone.
We can run it. We can run it with an app on our phone, and so if like Mel's like going like like
just
right
go,
here, I can just
crank
go.
it
No, it's you can control it with your thumb. It's not that big of a deal. What the app is for is if you like the other night I got a really bad cramp after CrossFit. So if I went home and I said I really need to work the calf and I got out the Theragun would tell me RPMs, direction
Also,
on how to do it.
prescribes a routine.
Direction across, never like this.
Oh, okay.
And then
Right.
it gives you how long to do it.
And then if you say initiate this program, will it start
Yep.
running you through like different
Yep.
levels and
Yep.
stuff? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it has its place.
So that's the Theragun. That's not this though.
No,
So this
no.
is
These are just the leg wraps.
okay. So Exactly what Therabody has done with Recovery Air's system. Medical grade boots that reduce muscle fatigue and increase blood flow to help you bounce back faster. Okay. $700 though. That's crazy. I mean, that's for somebody that's like really needs his shit.
Or a gym.
Yeah.
We have a pair at the gym.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, cool. So there you go. That was the best product of this year. Now let's look at
The worst.
the 17 biggest fitness fads that flopped.
Did we do this already?
No,
and then you bought that one. I still have that, by the way.
Right. It worked. Totally worked on me. Okay, so do not try this at home. The flops. Oh, the shake weight. See, we did talk about that.
Yep.
That thing has freaking been parodied so many goddamn times because the motion is so ridiculous. But here's one I thought that was interesting. Okay.
The first one there, that guy. If our wives are reading this article, they're like, 2 hands. You wish.
2 hands, exactly. Right. Well, 2 girl hands, yes.
Well, she has really small hands.
Now here's one that's somehow more ridiculous. The free Flexor. If the shake weight is rated R, the free Flexor gets a big neon XXX with its patent pending circular strength technology. The world's first undeniably phallic flexing dumbbell is said to set the forearms ablaze and make your muscles cry. Not exactly our idea of a happy workout.
Wow, is that full of innuendo?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so
We have one of those at the gym too.
Vibrating platforms. Okay. Can couch potatoes really shake themselves stronger, healthier, and slimmer? Yeah, we didn't think so.
No.
And while
It's
some
good for
athletes
recovery.
might show some improved performance after stepping off shaking ground, the jury's still out on whether shelling out thousands for platforms like the Power Plate will bring better results than other conditioning methods.
It's not for working out.
That's what they claim.
Oh.
They must claim that. Well, you remember like back in the day, there was those things that had the strap and they go la, 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 around your waist. Remember that?
Yep.
How freaking pointless is that?
Right.
Sauna Suit. Oh, yeah. Well, these are like for guys that are trying to make weight
In wrestling, yeah.
for wrestling
Don't
or
just wear a
MMA.
garbage bag.
Yeah. Sauna Suits. No, that's not a trash bag. We're just happy to smother you. Designed to make people sweat out several pounds per session. Problem is there's nothing safe about it. Yeah, it is kind of scary, isn't it? How those guys just try to drop weight the last
And you
minute
gain
like
it
that.
all, like they said, and you gain it all back when you drink.
Right, well, exactly. Oh, yes. Remember these? 8-minute abs, baby.
I'm going to come out with 7-minute abs.
Why not? What was that in?
Something about Mary.
Oh, that's right.
And
7-minute
he
abs.
picks up,
Why
picks
not
him up
5?
as
Why not 5?
Why not 6? Why not
Yeah.
5? No, it's 7.
Oh, that's good. 8-minute abs, 8-minute buns. That's hilarious. It's so funny how they just think it's all about the crunches. I mean, people are, for decades
Right.
just think,
Yep. Just
well, if
go
I
like
want
this.
abs like that, I just do more crunches.
Yep.
And meanwhile,
they-
they're building up these muscles and they're just covered with a thick layer of fat.
When they're
then
building them
eventually-
up top and then down like your hip flexors into your lower.
Oh, well, right. Not even
Obliques.
working the right ones.
Right.
But even if they do develop them, they're still covered by a thick layer of fat because abs are revealed by lack of fat.
Right.
And they just totally. do
But
not
some
get that.
people don't have them. Some people get leaned out, super lean, and that's still just flat.
Right. They just have no measurement here, but it's just not. They're not like Liver King where it's like Hawaiian buns.
They're not defined.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just like this table.
Yep.
You know what? You actually see it with the old Arnold pictures. Arnold didn't have abs.
Oh, back in when he was like winning.
Yep. Or when he was maybe younger than that, but
Right.
because he didn't do all that doing sit-ups. He was just benching and doing lat
Yep.
pull downs.
Yep. Supersets. Exercise in a bottle. Oh boy.
It's called Budweiser.
2000, Informa, the company behind Exercise in a Bottle and other weight loss miracle drugs, was forced to hand over $10 million as consumer redress.
Oh boy.
So I'm sure they made a bunch of claims that were obviously not true. It was probably just
Well, exercise in a bottle. The title alone is a claim that's not true.
it was probably, and then it even says as seen on TV. So that's always, the top quality products. Hello, how you doing? They know how to sell shoes. You don't even see her feet. It's like,
You look like Kim.
yeah. Moving on. All right. Toning shoes. Oh, I remember these. Yes. That's the shape ups. Yes. I forgot about these things. they actually tried to make the claim that they would tone you by just wearing a certain shoe.
Where's the reparations for that? The class action lawsuit for that one?
No shit. I mean, that's completely bullshit. That's funny. Power balance.
And then they're like, "Well, did you wear them? Did you walk
You
in them?
didn't do it right.
Did you walk in them? Well, no."
How funny is this? Power balance. For $30, this performance bling claims to improve balance, strength, and flexibility through special hologram frequencies.
Oh my god.
Wow. Studies have found that bracelets actually work no better than a placebo. That's crazy. Well, they are.
Shit.
It's a $30 placebo. They
Right.
should have just called it that.
Right.
The ab rocket. 5 minutes a day to sizzling rock hard abs. Who writes this shit? That's probably right out of their marketing.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Sizzling rock
Probably
hard
just
abs.
copy and pasted.
After a $14.95 30-day trial. Funny. I don't even know. I suppose you just sit in it and whatever. Man, people are just struggling to find anything.
What
The hell is this?
Yeah.
Big wheel skates. What the?
Okay.
I don't even understand what I'm looking at. Whoever said bigger is better wasn't referring to the inline skates on Venice Beach. Still, monster wheeled chariot skates and land rollers went big, making those trips, slips, and falls 900% more embarrassing. I got to look at see what this is. What the hell?
It's still a thing.
I guess. ChariotSkates.com.
And
Limited pairs now available. If you're near Santa Monica, you can try a pair. Okay.
people do that in public.
I want to see this in use.
Oh, there you go.
ChariotSkates.com, everybody. Yeah, just show it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Wow. If I'm a believer, they actually work.
Well, I know what the advantage is.
It's just over rougher terrain.
Well, it's bigger tires. You're going to go faster.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not working that hard, and he's clipping.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. I'm a believer.
I believe they exist.
Cut to next week.
Right.
Me holding a pair.
With your
Look what I got.
blood dripping on your forehead like that guy with the mullet.
And they cut out the end where he gets a gigantic wedgie
Right.
for being a nerd. Oh, the Thigh Master. Yes, we've been over this one many times.
Yep.
Classic. Man, she made a lot of freaking money off this thing, though.
Oh, yeah.
And how smart are they? Because look how cheap. You know how cheap that thing is to make.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's nothing. To ship, it's not very big. It just fits in a small box. I mean, they must have made a shit ton on that. Vibration belts.
That's so ridiculous.
So is that where they try to
You just
stimulate the muscle, like through electrical impulses?
was it the muscle or fat?
Right. Yeah. How the hell is that going to? It's going to melt the abdominal fat. Oh, toning apparel. Oh, I better buy. I'm getting my buddy for Christmas.
Well, now that he's put in all that work.
Toning clothing. Oh, man.
Now that he's put in all that work getting that thing on, he might as well show it off.
$25 million settlement with Reebok for deceptive marketing of their toning shoes and apparel. The built-in resistance where it may have potential, but until we see hard evidence, we'll keep that money in the bank. Oh, the Ab Lounge. I remember this one on TV, too. Yeah. It's just, I mean, they're coming up with any way they can build a machine around a simple exercise. So they just can sell you some shit. That's all it is.
Right.
That's all it is. What the hell's this? The Fittin'? The Celeb Back titanium bracelet are supposed to reduce pain and fatigue, improve strength, and aid bioelectric flow. Oh, my God.
So it's like copper tone or whatever the thing. What's the one that Brett Favre wears?
Yeah, I don't.
Copper.
Well, I don't even understand what the claim is on those things. That's supposed to, reduce inflammation and pain in your joints.
Some electrical waves, or I don't know.
Show me the data. I don't believes it.
Don't even show me the data. I don't care.
Don't show me the data. I liked it better when Favre was sending dick pics to everybody.
or just that one.
That was much more hilarious. The Ab Circle. Oh, this thing, yeah. where you just rotate, you spin back and forth, basically.
Of course.
I love how they have like people on these things that definitely did not use that to get looking like that.
Right.
What the?
Weighted silverware.
Come on. Dumbbell Utensils. Believe it or not, these weighted utensils aren't just for laughs. The creator of the 1.5-pound knife and fork lift says the idea was born from frustration and diets that ultimately didn't work. So he made each bite harder work. Then you're just going to see a fat dude with a huge forearm
Right.
shoveling it in. That's classic,
Jeez.
man. All right. Well,
Just use his hands.
some of those were pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I like the winner, the best. The best list was cool.
Best list was good. Yep. And as long as there's money to be made in the space, people are going to come up with crazy shit.
Yep.
It just never stops. All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Make sure you send emails to info@fitandfurious.com. Make sure you watch on YouTube, unless we get banned for playing Joe Rogan clips. You never know.
I hope that's the best part of the show.
I know, right? Exactly. We just won't be able to monetize
We're
it.
just
That's all.
playing
I think we can
somebody-
use it as a news clip to comment on. I think that's allowed. That's allowed acceptable use.
Okay.
So we'll find
It'll
out.
probably be our most viewed
We'll see what
episode
see
because
what
it has 7 seconds of Joe Rogan.
see what our tech overlords will allow.
Right.
All right, make sure you subscribe anywhere audio podcasts are found: Apple, Google, Spotify, etc. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review, and share. Support the show at FuriousMerch.com, and we will see you next week.